Hey, what's up, Pribyuhers? This is MTRCB Pribyuhan, your go-to guide for the latest film reviews and their age-appropriate ratings. I'm BM Marco Ho, and this is what's coming up in your cinemas.
The house looks just like the one next to it.
A family in a quiet suburb in California faces a frightening ordeal when its home is invaded by a poltergeist. At first, the spirits that invade the Freelings' home seem like playful children, but then they turn angry. And when Carol Ann Freeling is pulled from this world into another, Steve and Diane Freeling turn to an exorcist. Starring Heather O'Rourke, Jo Beth Williams, Craig Nelson, and Zelda Rubinstein.
Poltergeist is rated R13 as the film contains depictions of horror, frightening scenes, and occasional gore, infrequent and non-graphic depiction of violence and suffering, as well as mature themes of ghosts and spirits that may not be suitable for children below 13 years of age.
야, 내가 무서운 얘기 해줄까?
Another movie for film buffs aged 13 and above is Urban Myths, a South Korean anthology horror film consisting of 10 stories felt in familiar everyday life places such as noise between floors, old furniture, mannequins, tunnel, and social media. Locally distributed by Viva Communications Incorporated, headlining the cast of this film are Johnny Bros Megabox Jung Ang, plus M production stars namely Kim Do-yoon, Lee Yul-yum, Lee Young-jin, Lee Soo-min, Aaron, and Lee Min-hyuk.
Urban Myths is classified R13 as it contains depictions of horror, frightening scenes, and occasional gore, infrequent and non-graphic depiction of violence and suffering that may not be suitable for children below 13 years of age.
Hands up shaking just to let you know now you got.
Coldplay fans will have a happy Halloween singing along to Coldplay's stunning spectacle of the band's record-breaking Music of the Spheres World Tour at your local cinema, with this spectacular worldwide live broadcast of the band's sold-out concert at Buenos Aires River Plate Stadium.
Coldplay is rated PG as its theme may require parental guidance and supervision for viewers below 13 years of age. Coming up is Sinisindak 3, a Halloween film festival that happens from October 26 to November 1. 5 horror films will be shown in SM malls nationwide.
The Sadness is a heart-pumping, gut-wrenching film about a young couple trying to reunite amid a city ravaged by a plague that turns its victims into deranged, bloodthirsty sadists. Starring Barrant Zhu, Regina Lei, and Ying-Ru Chin.
The Sadness is classified as R16 as it contains graphic but non-gratuitous depiction of horror, frightening scenes, and gore that may not be suitable for viewers below 18 years of age.
The warning is about cameras that could be hidden in the rooms you rent.
A young woman is targeted by a network of online creeps and secretly filmed while she stays at a short-term rental. Her move is captured online, and when her brother begins to uncover what's happening, he must find a way to rescue her from the eyes of her predators. Starring Adam Seybold, Liv Collins, and Mark Gibson.
Creep Nation is classified R13 as it contains infrequent and non-graphic depiction of violence and suffering that may not be suitable for viewers below 13 years of age.
What do you do? Slaughter them in their beds?
A group of crime scene cleaners struggles to escape a murder house after becoming trapped by an ancient Nordic demon that is hell-bent on driving them insane. Starring Chloe Brooks, Ed Marone, and Edward Finlay.
Murder House is rated R13 as it contains infrequent and non-graphic depictions of violence and suffering that may not be suitable for viewers below 13 years of age.
Call me when you get there. I will.
Slumber Party Massacre is a new contemporary twist-filled reimagining of the 80s slasher cult classic just in time for Halloween. A slumber party turns into a bloodbath as a psychotic serial killer wielding a powerful drill disrupts the fun. Starring Francis Sholto Douglas, Hannah Gonera, and Mila Rain.
Slumber Party Massacre is rated R13 as it contains depictions of horror, frightening scenes, and gore, as well as non-graphic and infrequent depictions of violence and suffering, as well as mature themes of revenge and horror that may not be suitable for viewers below 13 years of age.
I want to toast to Italy, of course, to the food, of course, and to love. Salute.
A Danish family visits a Dutch family they met on a holiday. What was supposed to be a fun weekend slowly starts unraveling as the Danes try to stay polite in the face of unpleasantness. Prepare yourself mentally before you watch this movie.
Speak No Evil is rated R16 as it contains graphic but non-gratuitous depiction of horror, frightening scenes, and gore, as well as non-graphic depictions of sexual activity and non-gratuitous depiction of drugs and their use that may not be suitable for viewers below 16 years of age.
Good morning. We're here to facilitate your move.
Stay Out of the Attic is about a group of ex-cons turned movers who's convinced by their creepy client to pull an all-nighter. As the night progresses, however, they uncover the horrors that exist inside his old Victorian mansion.
Stay Out of the Attic is rated R16 as it contains graphic but non-gratuitous depiction of horror, as well as language that may not be suitable for children below 16 years of age.
A haunting horror fairy tale set against the backdrop of Mexico's devastating drug wars, Tigers Are Not Afraid follows a group of orphan children who are unexpectedly given 3 magical wishes. As they run from the cartel that murdered their parents and the ghosts that haunt them, they must decide how to use this special gift to save their own lives and the people they love. Acclaimed by critics and filmmakers alike, Guillermo del Toro has called Tigers Are Not Afraid an unsparing blend of fantasy and brutality, innocence and evil. Starring Paula Lara, Juan Ramon Lopez, and Neri Arredondo.
Tigers Are Not Afraid is classified as R13 as the film contains brief and infrequent depiction of drugs or their use, depictions of horror, frightening scenes, and occasional gore, infrequent and non-graphic depiction of violence and suffering, moderate swear words, and menacing language, as well as themes that may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this week's Pribyuhan. I'm BM Marco Ho, and as always, watch responsibly.